to more drama about potential conflicts of interest involving President Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate. Check out this headline in the Miami Herald. You've probably seen it because it's getting a ton of buzz. Secret meeting at Mar-a-Lago raises questions about Colombia peace and Trump. The Herald reports President Trump met with two former Colombian presidents last weekend at Mar-a-Lago. The paper says the meeting put the Trump administration right into the middle of, quote, an ugly power struggle in Latin America that threatens to undermine the country's controversial peace agreement with rebel leaders. NBC's Kristen Welker is right behind me, figuratively, at the White House. And Kristen, these meetings had not been talked about before. It was not clear that the president was actually having these meetings, although the White House, the administration, is saying, hey, it wasn't really a meeting. What can you tell us?
You're absolutely right, Hallie. The White House is knocking the substance of the report down, effectively saying, look, these two former presidents of Colombia were at Mar-a-Lago, yes. According to a senior administration official, they were invited by a guest who has membership at Mar-a-Lago, and they bumped into the president, shook his hand, said a simple hello. I am told that that exchange only lasted a few minutes, and that was the end of it. But of course, in terms of that Miami Herald report, the indication is that they actually talked politics, the future of Colombia. When I pressed this official on whether or not that had happened, the official said, look, this was a very short exchange. There was no time to discuss politics on that level. But to the broader point here, Hallie, the fact that the president was able to meet or greet these two past presidents, and the press didn't find out about it until days later, really raises questions about Mar-a-Lago, how much access the public is getting to some of the discussions that he's having there.
Yeah.
Now, of course, if you had two past presidents coming here to the White House, likely they would be seen by a reporter or someone else. It wouldn't take a few days to seep out. So this is creating what some are calling a Mar-a-Lago loophole. When I pressed this official on that very point, the response was, look, the president can bump into people, including top officials, in various different locations. This just happened to take place at Mar-a-Lago. But Hallie, this is going to continue to get a lot of debate and attention. As you know, we've been talking to Sean Spicer about access at Mar-a-Lago in recent briefings.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.